And the way you look tonight.
Well, you've seen her designs in Italian Vogue, In Style, and even the movie The Devil Wears Prada. I love that movie. Fashion designer Izzy Camilleri has built her career on making people look beautiful on the outside, but today she's here to help us all feel beautiful on the inside with the release of her first book, Izzy's Eating Plan. Welcome to What She Said.
Thank you.
So, first of all, I love the giant salad dress on the cover. Why did you want to share your personal eating plan with everyone?
Well, a few years ago, it kind of, hit me approaching 50 that it was time for me to start taking better care of myself. And I started just thinking about all the different plans I'd been on, and I started following this new way of eating, and it made me feel great. And for some reason, the book started happening in my head, and I was kind of wanting to share my success with everybody out there, because I'm a woman and I have same problems everybody else has.
So have you always struggled with weight issues because you're tiny?
Well, just not huge issues, but just constant up and down ever since like adolescence. I always was chubby, and then was kind of not voluminous, voluptuous. Just always really curvaceous and just always feeling like I got to get rid of those 20 pounds.
I hate those, the last 10.
Yeah, exactly.
So now what makes this eating plan different? Because you say it's not a diet or a quick fix, but for a way for people to reach their weight goals and maintain them.
Well, it really boils down to just eating with intention and just being really aware of what you're kind of eating at the same time at your meal and what you're eating, like how they kind of work in your body and how they get digested. And it's really that combination that helps kind of burn the fat and take care of that.
Well, so can you give us some examples then of what would a day food wise look for you?
In the morning, I'll have my cereal. I'll have some fruit in there. For lunch, I have something that I call a power salad, and my salad just kind of incorporates a lot of different things that help with cleansing, that help with gives me my protein. And then for dinner, it could be like chicken, rice, and vegetables. It can be, a plate that big. There's always snacks in there. Like I'll have an apple in the afternoon, nuts in the morning if I need a little boost. So there's a lot in there, but it's eating with intention and just being aware of what's on your plate. So that in the book, the plan is explained and what those foods are that you can eat together and what you shouldn't eat together.
Okay.
Because it's really about the carbs.
It's all about the carbs?
It kind of is about the carbs and just not having too many like sugars being digested at the same time.
So, but what I want our listeners to get a sense of is what will they learn from the book if you say it's all about intention?
In the book, I've laid out the benefits of certain foods as well. So just knowing that, I have an apple for my snack, it's also cleansing. It's filling me up while I'm, in between my meals, but it's also cleansing at the same time. I just know I'm always doing good things for my body. There's certain foods that are really great for your skin. So this power salad that I've kind of come up with, it's just this great combination. So my skin has improved so much. Inside, I feel really good. My hair has gotten a lot better. Just lots of things. And also I talk about things that are good for your heart, for your bones, for your brain. Yeah, it's all about prevention too. Like just as you age, instead of creating more problems by the bad foods that we are consuming and not even being aware of. It's just about prevention and being a healthier senior.
Well, what would be some of the things that we may not be aware of? Give us a couple of examples of things that are bad for us that you would just say, if you could drop a couple of things from your diet forever, what would they be?
Well, another thing is also like eating more fiber. So things like having white breads and white rice, just, try to just switch that up to whole grains and brown rice. Things like having, raw vegetables instead of cooked vegetables all the time. You get more nutrients out of raw foods. Being aware of your protein intake, make sure you have enough energy.
My daughter meal preps her lunches for the week. She does that Sunday night, and she knows what they're all done. Is that something that works this way, or is it something that you have to do on a daily basis?
You can do that. And it may sound complicated, but it really is not complicated. anybody who has purchased the book, I've been getting really great reviews of how simple it actually is. So I break down the foods and how they kind of can work together. And it's really, really quite simple. And when when this book was kind of happening in my head, that the simplicity part of it was actually what was so like, wow, like this is such a great thing to share because it is easy. And I'm not a nutritionist. I have had I did work with a nutritionist on this just to make sure that it was all good for you and healthy. But just understanding its simplicity is why I really wanted to share it. Because if I can do it, you can do it too, or anybody, I feel can do it.
And $2 from every book sale is going to the Crohn's and colitis, Canada and in the U.S.
Yes.
Is this a cause close to your heart?
Yeah, I have family members that have ulcerative colitis and Crohn's, and it's a really horrible disease to have. And
Are there a lot of dietary restrictions I don't know much about?
Yeah, there is. It depends on the individual and what their circumstances are, but it's also something that a lot of people don't know. So I'm happy to talk about it and promote it. So that's why I wanted to do this.
That's excellent. Now, your career, your fashion career, has taken you to a lot of places, a lot of things. But you most recently designed Gord Downie stage outfits on the 2016 Poem Tour. What was that like?
It was amazing. It was awesome. He's a great guy and great to work with.
And when somebody like Gord Downie comes to you and says, let's do it, what's the collaborative process?
Well, with Gord, I started working with him the tour before this one. He was trying to find it retail, but he couldn't. So he got my name through a friend of a friend, and we just kind of hit it off when we first met, and I was able to do what he was looking for. So he had ideas of what he wanted, and I was able to execute it and then contribute to his ideas. How many outfits would be made for a tour? Well, the tour before last year, there was 3. Well, actually 4. Outfits we made, and then for the Man Machine Poem Tour, there was 7 of those metallic suits.
7 of the metallic suits. So how many would he wear in one night?
For the tour last summer, he ended up wearing 3 every night, which was a first for him because he'd never changed before during a concert. So that particular one, he changed things up a lot in terms of his own, what he was used to.
And you've also designed clothes for disabled people. This has been, you brought fashion to people that didn't think fashion could be brought to them years ago. How is that? How was that whole process developed?
I started doing some custom work for Barbara Turnbull, who was a wheelchair user.
Yes.
And I started working with her and started to understand the needs that people have. That I was specific to people that use a wheelchair. So I just didn't realize that they would have problems finding clothes. Because when you see someone, they're dressed and you don't realize what it took to actually get dressed or how limited their options were. So that was the inspiration.
And now you are helping us with your eating plan. Tell everyone what your website is so I can get it online.
It's izzyseatingplan.com. And the book is there, and there's other information as well.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
This is What She Said. Stay with us.